Gulf of Mexico has many qualities that make it a world-class destination. Its warm waters give it a diverse population of tropical fish, as well as provide miles and miles of pristine beaches, making it a hotspot for tourism and real estate development. So what if I were to tell you that one incident could jeopardize all of these markets at the same time in just one day? On April 20th, 2010, a BP oil rig exploded in the Gulf of Mexico, sending thousands of gallons of oil gushing into the Gulf of Mexico. It was already known that this leak would cause an environmental disaster of magnanimous proportions. But nobody could have predicted that on day 69, an oil leak coming from a pipe with only a 5-foot diameter would have yet to be plugged, slowed down, or stopped to any degree. In fact, it has been estimated by the U.S. Department of Energy that over 82 million gallons of oil have been spilled from this single pipe to this day. Although many people are initially concerned about the environmental damage that the oil leak may cause, the damage that this spill may have on the economy is far greater than any environmental travesty that anybody could ever imagine. The first major economic force in the Gulf of Mexico is fishing. As you can see on this chart, there are 12 major fishing ports in the Gulf of Mexico. 5 of these ports are ranked in the top 10 fishing markets in America based on the amount of seafood that they bring in, as well as the amount of revenue. If you can pay close attention to this particular picture, the little red dot is the exact point where the oil well leaked. Now keep that in mind as you look at the next picture. Now this picture is describing the Gulf of Mexico loop current. The loop current comes up from south of Cuba, comes up, loops around the Gulf of Mexico, up through the Keys, and out into the Atlantic Ocean. Now keeping both the exact point where the oil leaked and the loop current in mind, I'm going to now show you again the fishing ports in the Gulf of Mexico. As you can see, the loop current would carry the oil so that it would affect 7 of the 12 ports in the Gulf of Mexico. This is truly a devastating mark. According to Fox News, over 30% of our nation's shrimp and seafood supply come from that exact region of the Gulf of Mexico. The second major economic force in the Gulf of Mexico is tourism. Although there is no specific point in the Gulf of Mexico where tourists flock, there could possibly be no greater target for the oil spill to affect than the Florida Keys. I know you are familiar with the loop current that flows through the Gulf of Mexico. Were this loop current to carry the oil through the Florida Keys, it would completely overrun the beaches. This would completely destroy the local economy that depends on tourism basically for everything. So although there may be a place called Kokomo, unless this oil spill is stopped, it might not be there for long. Although the effects on the economy may be devastating, the effects that the Gulf oil spill will have in the economy are equally horrific, leaving animals of all different species to suffer at the mercy of man's mistake. But we can still fix this mistake if we use our resources to plug this oil well first of all, but then repair the environment that we destroyed. I believe that we can build a better world for us and for the future generations that will inherit it.